So I spoke with somebody maybe a week ago now, and they said they didn't know about me because they didn't know if I was Christian or not because I said things because I said when they asked me about that I said no, I'm evil, I'm a bad person, and I've said this before, and I always say this about doctrine and dogma. I speak honestly on, and go check it with the Orthodox Church. If you doubt it, that's fine. But as for me as a person, don't ever follow me or, you know, I don't want anybody have like being like, oh yeah, there's no infallibility. I'm not a bishop. I'm nothing. I'm not a priest. And even those people are not. I mean, I've gotten in arguments with priests. I've denounced bishops on YouTube and left the videos up after they got kicked out of one church and brought into another, and the videos are still up and getting views. But this person was shocked and said, "That's terrible. I do this and I try to do that." And I said, "Well, no, yeah, every time, I quoted Paul, every time I do something I want to do and know is right, I wind up failing. Every time I try to not do something I know is evil, I wind up doing it anyways. There is nothing good in me. There's no goodness in me good enough to save me at all. In any respect, there's no gaining reward with God or anything. It's just solely reliance on Christ, which I know through my baptism and taking the Eucharist. That's the sign. Not only the sign, that's the mechanism, right? So there's nothing else, which is da 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 da. Why do you think I always talk about the Eucharist and baptism and defend those two things and go after people who reject them? Because they're literally, not symbolically, literally murdering people. They're murdering people, and we need to know this. And this is why we need to talk to them and evangelize them. We're not proselytizing. They already have the fear of hell and all this stuff when we talk to other Christians. If any quote-unquote Christian were to come to a liturgy and spend a week, Saturday night Vespers, then go to Matins or hours, and then liturgy, and then go to Wednesday night Vespers, and then 2 weeks, if they were to do that, they could not go back to their old church building. And especially the thing was 3 weeks. Just give it 3 weeks and go there. That's what I always say, because I never thought 2 weeks or whatever. And Frank Schaefer, the younger Frank Schaefer, not when he got all crazy later on, he said 2 months, 8 Sundays, and that'll do it. If you do that, if you take that bet, that challenge, you're done. 8 Sunday liturgies in a row, you're not going back. And he's right about that. I mean, mine might be too weak, but that's it. But no, then I said this. I said, no, I'm evil. And then this person, well, yeah, I am too, and this and that. I don't understand how somebody can stand in the grace. They see the Theotokos on the icons, right? Or maybe they don't. Maybe it's the Western Renaissance ones. Where she's pasty and ugly and white and pan-faced and looks like she had just lead powder just put all over her face and looks like an ugly Nordic Mongoloid that got slammed in the face with a pan. But look at the Theotokos. I mean, they've seen the image of Guadalupe. It's a sanctioned icon. And know about baptism in the Eucharist. And then still think that they can achieve anything. No, you're I don't know. I'm not going to speak for anybody else. I know I'm nothing without them. I'm evil. Even with these things, I'm horribly corrupt. They should kill me. The first time I took the Eucharist, I thought I was going to get struck by lightning or die or get cancer or get AIDS. And honestly, there's still that fear when I go up there. I'm not saying this out of false humility. I like to have sex with women. I drink alcohol beyond the point that I get drunk. I can just keep going on the sins out here, like of things that I do and things that even though I fail at it or fight it, I still want to do it. Like sleep, like people, when's the last time you slept with a woman? Well, none of your goddamn business. So, but every day because I want to. When do you get drunk? I don't want to get drunk every day, but pretty much every week I get, there's the desire there. And don't think because I haven't said, there has not been a period of 2 months that I, don't get drunk every day there, or there's not been a period of 5 months where I haven't seen, so many girls or whatever I've been with. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's like junior high kids comparing, who's got the bigger dick? It doesn't matter. These are not good things. And that's why I don't talk about them. That's why I don't say, I did this. Or this is not an open confessional. It'll just encourage. Don't do what I do. And if anything that I said, then I don't do that. Then, yeah, let's not talk about alcohol, drugs, this and that, because I use them and have used them and will use them in the future. God willing, I won't sleep with my future wife in the future, but I probably will before she's my wife. But let's not talk about that because it's stupid and pointless. So when I hear people say, well, you seem like a Satanist because you actually acknowledge that you're evil and you're unrepentant about it. Yeah, I'm not going to run and hide. There's no point in repentance if you say, well, I'm evil, and then there's a false humility. Well, no, I'm not. I'm actually doing better. I'm not doing better than anybody else. No, I'm not. That's why I don't condemn anybody of any sin. I'll go after heresy, and I always go after heresy, but not sin. And I've always said this 1,000 times. A nun can go out and whore herself out 1,000 times in one night, but she can always come back and immediately give forgiveness. The most uptight, stuffy bitch of a preacher who never does anything wrong, but is Protestant and still in heresy and looking down on everybody, he's the one that's going to get it. Orthodoxy does not make us little bitches. We know we're whores and drunkards. And that's fine. Because we're done with heresy and we know who we are and where we stand, and the Eucharist and our baptism is why we are saved and is our only hope. Peace to you.